My name is Amber Stewart. I am seeking my Master's of Education in Early Childhood and Special Education through Eastern Kentucky University. This is my capstone project titled Kindergarten Transition. The purpose of this study was to research the elements needed to ensure successful kindergarten transition and readiness. It is hypothesized that students with prior school experience, whether it be preschool or daycare, are more prepared for kindergarten than those who enter kindergarten as their first school experience. This study is an attempt to prove or disapprove this hypothesis. By conducting this study, the main concept is being able to provide both preschool attending children and children who enter kindergarten as a first experience with the skills necessary to be ready for kindergarten, cognitively, socially, behaviorally, and emotionally. There were two research questions in this study. The first one is, are students that attend preschool more ready for kindergarten than students who enter kindergarten as their first school experience?
No, those aren't pants.
The term ready is defined by the use of a Brugant screener that screens students who enter kindergarten. The second question is, do teachers feel that their students who have prior experience in a school setting are more successful? One of the literatures that was reviewed was about the effects of program on children's skills and how they are related to their overall quality. Preschool quality is reliant on various structural components, such as the number of children in a classroom, the staff-child ratio, and the physical environment of the room. Quality is also dependent on the kinds of experiences children have within classrooms on a day-to-day basis. These experiences would include the activities children participate in, the interactions they have with other children, and the interactions they have with their teachers. In addition, in order for these experiences to be considered both high quality and developmentally appropriate, they should also take into account how children develop. Another literature that was reviewed was a study, and the aim was to investigate parent concerns during transition and perceived needs during that transition, and the parent involvement in kindergarten preparation
All she's doing tomorrow is
activities.
paying for it.
The transition from preschool
Monday
to formal
is
schooling
when-
is widely acknowledged as a critical developmental milestone for children and families, with potentially significant implications for later school outcomes. The areas of concern most often cited by families in this sample were socio-behavioral in nature. Parents in this sample expressed a desire for various types of information during transition. The result of the study suggests that there were two needs expressed by more than half of the families that included a need for more information about kindergarten, the academic expectations, and a need for more information regarding their child's current skills. The method of research took place in an elementary school in 3 kindergarten classrooms. The data from a Brugant screener was analyzed from the current school year. Students who did not attend preschool the year prior will be separated from those who did to see if there is a notable difference in their scores in the aspect of readiness. The 3 teachers were also given an 18-question survey, which is in the Appendix B of the study, which is made up of questions requiring them to compare their students with school experience prior to kindergarten to those who have none. There were 76 kindergarten students total in the 3 different classrooms, 54 students who had prior experience in a preschool setting, 22 who entered kindergarten as their first experience.
You have to record your slideshow so that it's all like a
In order to answer
presentation.
my first question, are students that attend
And I was
preschool more
letting
ready
it
for
play, I
kindergarten
guess,
than
and she
students
pushed
who
the
enter
space bar
kindergarten
and it
as
made it
their
go to the
first
next
school
one in the
experience?
middle of my
I
copy.
collaborated with my
It's like
district's
recording or
director of
something.
preschool in order to obtain
Say
data from the
record your voices. It's
2018
just like,
Brigant Screener that was given to all kindergarten students the second week of starting their kindergarten school year.
no, I read my paper. Not all of it.
The survey provided will help the researcher with knowledge of which students have prior school experience and the teacher's view of kindergarten performance of both groups.
On some of them.
71% of the students studied attended preschool, while 29% of the students studied did not attend preschool.
I'll have to post on YouTube if it'll let me just upload it, if it's not too big.
Another view of the data shows that 31.4% of the 71% of students who attended preschool were considered not ready for kindergarten, according to the Brigant Screener.
Don't move.
68.1% of the 22 students who did not attend preschool were considered not ready for kindergarten, according to the Brigant Screener.
Boo-boo. Get your boo-boo.
The data provided showed that 58% of Yellow Creek School Center's kindergartners were considered ready for kindergarten by scoring an average, which was 90 or better, or not ready by scoring an 89 or below. 71% of the students in kindergarten attended preschool as their first educational experience. Of the 71% that attended preschool, 68.5 scored ready on the Brigant Screener. All three teachers agreed that there is a notable difference in the students with preschool experience in the social-emotional aspect as well as most academic aspects too.
Tapped 4.
All three teachers noted that there was a difference in the reading skills and sight word knowledge.
That I said 3, but it says 4.
There are a few limitations from my observations, the most significant being that the screener given to students does not give adaptations for those with a disability or IEP. It cannot be determined which students have an IEP according to the data provided by the school system, and if their Brigant score, lack of proper social skills, and inability to follow class rules, routines, and directions is caused by their illness, or does their diagnosis stem from their lack of these skills and display of severe behavior that becomes increasingly worse with time? How much of a part of the diagnosis plays in the results is unknown.
Quit before you mess my computer up again. I'm at the end. Sit.
Another limitation that could be noted is not knowing if a student's prior educational experience was a school experience or a daycare experience. There would be a difference in the two, possibly because a school experience would be more structured, possibly have a curriculum, whereas daycare would be more play and less curriculum. There are currently 3 states that provide a statewide system that obtains information on a student's school readiness scores to determine the quality of the preschool program. I believe that more studies should be conducted comparing preschools that have been certified by the state and compare them to scores from students from other preschool programs. I also believe that math is an equally important subject, and doing more longitudinal studies on this subject would provide information to the public of what the long-term effects would be throughout a child's education if they did not receive the foundational math skills obtained in preschool. This concludes my capstone project on kindergarten transition. Thank you for your time.